We are here to share the stories of people who have gone all in and pursued their dream of owning their own business. My name is Kimmy Weintraub. We are here with our special guest, Pete Austin. Pete and his wife Laura are owners of the Exercise Coach near Malvern, Pennsylvania. Pete is an international executive and general manager with expertise in several sectors, including the financial and automotive industries. Pete has strong expertise in strategy, negotiation, change management, and business development. Today, he serves as vice president at Siemens, an international technology leader with offices in more than 200 countries. Pete and his wife Laura have recently opened their first location for the Exercise Coach. Pete, we wanted to welcome you today to the World of Franchising All-In series. We are excited to get to know you and to learn more about the Exercise Coach. As a first question, can you tell us a little bit about the Exercise Coach and what it has to offer?
Coach is a personal training franchise or business. So it's targeted at people, roughly in my age group and above, people who typically aren't huge fans of going to big box gyms and are looking for a cost-effective and time-efficient form of exercise. And so for 2 20-minute workouts a week, clients of the Exercise Coach can make significant enhancements to their quality of life through improving their core strength. So that's the basic premise.
When did you and your family first start considering being business owners?
I wasn't expecting to be buying a business within the next 12 months, and so I was working one day, and Rich's email, which I think used the phrase "executives in transition," kind of made me stop and look. And I read this mail and wondered what this guy that I'd never met knew that I didn't. And so I kind of dug a bit deeper and finished up having a conversation with him, or an exploratory conversation. And one thing led to another. Rich was good to work with at every stage, made it very easy, very comfortable, and very quickly we found ourselves in a position where we're considering a number of alternative franchise options.
What were some of the challenges or struggles that you had to face in order to make your decision?
I guess there's two parts to that question for me, or for us. There was kind of which franchise to go for, and as you said in your introduction, this is really about my wife, and our kids were both in school for the first time last year, and so there's a question of what did she do? Did she go back to work full time, part time, or something else? And as it happens, we've finished up in the something else category. The other, I guess, so that was one consideration. Then it's a question of what franchises are there that suit your lifestyle and your time availability. And for us, the Exercise Coach as a 5.5 day a week business was a very good fit with Laura's time availability and her desired work schedule. So there was a good fit there. Specifically on struggles. I guess in the main, working with the banking institutions generally were a lot slower than I'm used to working in business, and were frequently a source of frustration along the way. So it wasn't that anything didn't happen; it was just that things took a lot longer to happen than we could have initially envisaged.
Why did you and Laura pick the business that you did, and what were the key deciding factors?
So, leaving aside then the factor of time and how that fits to my wife's lifestyle, we were presented with 6 options initially. We kind of reviewed those and narrowed them down to 3, and then had initial exploratory conversations with 3 different potential franchisors. 2 of those we really liked. One was not for us. Didn't feel progressive enough. But one was not for us, but the other 2 we were very keen on. One was going to be far more time demanding, and I think Laura would spend most of her time in a permanent recruitment cycle, and that wasn't what we were looking for. And so we got down to the Exercise Coach, who, once we got the deeper we got in with the Exercise Coach, the more we liked the people involved, and the more we got comfortable with what ultimately was our decision to go all in.
At what point did you know that you were truly ready to go all in?
We went down to Houston, Texas, and we met the ownership, senior leadership of the Exercise Coach franchise. we got the chance to work out on some of the proprietary technology and the equipment that we'll have in our own facility when we open this fall. And so it was, you go down there with a healthy skepticism, I guess, as you should probably approach any similar situation. And once we'd spent the 2 days with the people, we knew that we were involved with a group of people that we wanted to work with. There's a saying that you'll probably be familiar with about owning a franchise, is where you're in business for yourself but not by yourself. And the folks from the exercise coach really made us feel that at no point would we be in business by ourselves. So that was important. We liked the approach and the style of the founder, in that the exercise coach itself is born out of his passion and his vision, and that made it a lot easier to buy into. And the fact it wasn't all about money, it was about doing something worthwhile in the community, which was particularly high on Laura's agenda. Running a business that really puts something back into the community in which you're located.
What advice would you like to share with others who are also contemplating going on this journey?
Be open-minded, and when you get an email from a guy you've never heard from, don't necessarily delete it and file it away. I think it was just an interesting experience. Just be open-minded, go one step at a time, and see whether it's for you, and you will figure out whether it is something you want to do or whether it is not. And there were things that we looked at that quite plainly were not for us, but there was at least one thing out there that was good for us, and I suspect that would be the case for many people.
Please give us a plug for your business and how our viewers and listeners can get in touch with you should they desire your services.
Our location will be in Wayne, Pennsylvania, just off the 202 there. It will be accessible via exercisecoach.com on the web. That's really as much as we have as far as contact details are concerned right now.
Thank you so much, Pete, for being with us today on the World of Franchising All-In series. It's been a pleasure getting to know you. I'm sure that many people will find inspiration in your journey, and that your experience will help many others who are considering taking the leap towards business ownership. And to all of our viewers and listeners, we want to truly thank you for joining us today. We hope that you enjoyed meeting Pete, and that you will tune in again to hear from another person who has decided to go all in. Thanks again for being with us, and see you next time.